Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to talk about rewriting equations and formulas in a different order. Let's start with what is a literal equation. This is a vocabulary word, so you do need to know this. A literal equation is an equation that has two or more variables. Typically, we're going to be talking about area, perimeter, temperature, equations like that. But we're just going to start with equations in these first two examples where we have x's and y's. We're going to start with this first example, solving for y. That means we want to get y by itself. Sometimes what's helpful for me is to take whatever it is that I want to get alone and cement it down. So I'm cementing that y in place. I'm not moving it, and everything else around it is going to get moved to the other side. That means I need to start, remember we're doing PEMDAS backwards, SAD MEP. Do I have any subtraction or addition that's happening to that y? And we do. We have that 4x. That's plus 4x. The opposite is subtract 4x from both sides. We have our 3y. 4x minus 4x adds to 0. And then remember, 9 and 4x are not like terms, so I can't actually subtract 9 minus 4. So we'll leave it as 9 minus 4x. Still have that y that's cemented down here. We don't want it to move. That makes our next step to get the 3 to the other side. Right now it's 3 times y, so the opposite is to divide by 3. Remember, every single piece gets that division. So all 3 parts have to be divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 gives us 1y, or y by itself, which is what we want. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then I can't divide 4 by 3 evenly, and I can't reduce the fraction of 4 over 3. So we leave that as 4 over 3, or 4/3 x. And that is our simplified equation. Example 2 is asking us to solve for x. I have an x here and here. Well, if I have the x in two different places, let's take a look. Can I add the 3x and the 5xz? Are they like terms? And the answer to that is no, because of the z that's right here. That makes them not like terms. So what else could we do to start getting x alone? Well, let's go back and remember something about common factors. Do those two expressions over here, the 3x and the 5xz, have a common factor, something they both share? And they do. It's the x. So let's pull the x out, meaning we're dividing both of these by x, to see what's left over when we do that. X divided by x is 1, so we're left with 3 plus these x's reduce out 5z. Okay, well, now again, if I'm trying to get x all by itself and I cement it here, I want to make whatever is touching it move to the other side. Well, right now, x is being multiplied by this whole piece right here. The opposite of multiplying x by that whole piece is to divide x by that whole piece. That also means we have to divide on the other side. That reduces all of this over here on the right to just 1x. So simplified for x alone would be x is equal to y over 3 plus 5z. z. And we'll go over more of the common factors and things that we're doing here in class next time I see you. So I would like for periods 2 and 5 to do 3, 5, and 7 of the U-Try. Periods 4 and 6 to do 4, 6, and 8 on the U-Try. Rewriting and using formulas for area. So what is a formula? Another vocabulary term for us. A formula shows how one variable is related to one or more other variables is a type of literal equation. So a formula shows how one variable is related to one or more other variables, and it is a type of literal equation. We have the length of an object in example 9. 2 times length width plus 2 times length height plus 2 times width and height. And we want to solve for the length. We want L to be alone. So I'm going to go searching for what I need to cement down, and that's going to be these two right here. Well, I noticed that this 2WH doesn't have anything with L in it, so I'm thinking that's the first thing that I'm going to move over with the S. So the opposite of adding 2WH, sorry about that, is subtracting. So I am going to subtract 2WH to the other side. S minus 2WH is equal to 2LW plus 2LH. All right, well, this is another part where the L's are in two spots. So let's do the same thing that we did with the X's in the last example that we did together. And let's pull out that common factor of L. And when we pull that out, we're left with 2W plus 2H. Again, L is what we're trying to get alone. It's cemented down. So the opposite of multiplying by L by this whole 2W plus 2H is to divide by that whole thing on both sides. So this reduces to 1, and our final answer is S minus 2WH all over 2W plus 2H is equal to L. It's not going to look pretty, and we're not trying to actually find any answers. We're just seeing, can I rewrite stuff so that if I don't want it to equal S anymore, it can equal L. Or if I don't want it to equal X, then it can equal Y. If I don't want it to equal B, then let it equal to R, or whatever it is that we're trying to do. We are going to do number 10 in class together, and we would like for you to try numbers 11 and 12. This is the end of part 1 of our notes. Thank you very much. We'll see you in next class.